Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to the mighty Akim, Wakim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity, as well as a speckled bird that may look like the other nations, but are actually Yasharallah. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with no lesson. All right. Kawakab, no relation. Oh, I just realized, Slocky, that's funny. I was just thinking, Uncle Ruckus, no relation. Brother Kawakab, no relation. Just Slocky. Anyway, getting to the topic at hand. Today's lesson, I want to go into something I just saw a brother doing. I think just today. He did a lesson entitled, "Do We Still Teach Even Though No One's Listening?" And that is a very defeatist, lazy question to ask. All right, because so many people didn't listen when during the times of Noah, when Yahawadah wasn't having their wickedness, all right, their base behavior, all right. They knew what they were doing. They knew that they shouldn't have done, but yet they still went and did it anyway. Even with Sodom and Gomorrah as well. People are given choices, quote unquote choices, to do the right thing, and they go against. They bite the hand that feeds. They disrespect the messenger. All right. They attack the messenger because they hate being told what to do. All right. So as a result of that, the Lord is going to send His judgment on them. Okay. So in that same sense, we are basically letting people know. It's kind of like this. Think of it like this. You have a brother or a sister, whatever. You have a sibling, all right? Your parents tell you, hey, sibling number one, go tell your sibling to go and clean up their room or whatever, all right? You go and tell them that and say, hey, you really need to clean up your room. Mother and father or whatever, mom and dad, and said they don't want you having some dirty-ass room and whatnot. And then they say, oh, no, fuck you, I'm not going to do it. This, that, or whatever, and stuff like that. And then it's like, well, if you warned them, all right, then they didn't listen. Okay, well, that's fine. You gave the message, all right. Let me see. Well, first of all, actually, before I get to the precepts, and then the next thing. First of all, yes, you warn them and you let them know, hey, our parents don't want you to do this, so okay, you need to change, you need to fix yourself up. And they get mad at you as the messenger for warning you. All right. Now, to take it a step further, if you have multiple siblings and you being the eldest, just for the sake of the argument, all right, not eldest, but whatever, just one of the siblings, the most beloved sibling, the sibling that actually listens, the obedient one, right? If you actually listen, you say, hey, okay, I'm going to go tell all my siblings and whatnot. If you go and say to 5 out of 10 of your siblings, hey, clean up your room, your respective rooms and whatnot, and all 5 out of those 10 that you warned, they said, I'm not going to do it, then you're just going to say, okay, well, I'm not going to warn the rest of the 5 because 5 of them already said no. So if I know the answer is already going to be no, why would I even bother? All right. So as a result of that, you say, oh, well, it's just not. There's no point in me asking or attempting to do so because they don't want to listen, or they're not there, or I already know that they're not going to listen. All right, but that's not what was made to do. We still have to warn. We still have to warn people. All right, because that's the thing. The Lord gives everyone a chance. All right, let me see. Bear with me. I want to get this precept. Slocky, bear with me. Mark chapter 16, verse 15, and he said unto them, Go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. Okay, so yeah, basically Mark 16, 15, it said, preach the gospel unto every creature. Let everyone know what the Heavenly Father said to do. And by extension, it's our job to tell everyone. All right. Let me also get this. Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 9, then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the Lord YAHAWAH, come from the four winds and breathe, and O breath, and breathe upon these slain that they may live. So we are to warn everyone. Okay, prophesy unto the wind. Basically, what we're doing right now. Have the information out there. Let the word be out there so that the people to whom it applies to will say, okay, yeah, that I have access to this truth. So I'm gonna go on this YouTube channel. I'm gonna go to this live stream. I'm gonna go to this whatever social media, because brothers have TikToks, Instagram, Facebook. I used to run my Instagram, but I stopped because it just stopped. I'm just sticking on YouTube right now. But yeah, that's basically the thing where our focus is not making sure everyone follows along, but just making this truth available. All right, that's the main priority. All right, and the thing is that we acknowledge that everyone is not going to get it. Everyone's not going to want to hear it. Everyone's not going to listen. All right. So as a result of that, we just do our part of just saying, letting everyone know. Say, hey, this is that. The Lord doesn't appreciate that. The Lord said to do this and whatnot. So as a result of that, after we warn everyone, we do our part, then the Lord is not going to be mad at us. All right? There's no reason for us to be mad, for him to be mad at us, because we did our part. And our job is just to give the warning. Our job is not to convince anyone. All right? So as we give the warning, yes, some people might have the seed planted in them, all right? And then that seed might grow into being, okay, yeah, this person is now taking this seriously. This person is now repentant, or this person is now, you know, a dedicated follower unto YAHAWAH. But that's not for us to decide. The main thing to decide is, um, the main thing to decide is that, okay, yeah, uh, focus on I'm gonna focus on myself, number one, as well as letting people know. Because with the scriptures, it's the Lord the Lord is the one that chose. The Lord is the one that put the Spirit on certain people to actually be able to get and receive this truth. All right, it's not just something that anyone can get. All right, it's specific to the elect. It's specific to the elect. Slakia. Almost had a car crash right there. But it's specific to the elect, where the Lord puts in our system who is able to receive this truth and who is not able to receive it. All right, let me actually get that and prove that. All right. Matthew. Matthew chapter 24. Matthew chapter 24, verse 24. For there shall arise false Mashiachs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. All right, so the elect, specifically the elect, they can't receive what's it called? Deception. All right, the Lord is going to make it so that but more specifically, the elect, they will not be led astray. All right, they will not go in and say, oh yeah, I'm gonna follow I don't know, Scientology or some shit like that. I don't know, and as well as the rest of stuff. All right, we might have started out in primarily Christianity or whatever, but overall, and it's different, because even then, if you are familiar with it, brothers, there are Israelites all around the world. All right, so there could be an Israelite that looks like a so-called Edomite, Moabite, and whatnot, and they live different cultures compared to what you might know. All right, so that doesn't matter if you were born a Christian or not. All right, the only thing that matters is that the Lord is pushing you, guiding you, and taking you onto returning. All right. So as a result of that, we are incapable, long term, of being deceived if we are of the elect. So the Lord has set us different lots as people. All right. So as people, one person is able to say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to follow after Islam, Christianity, Scientology, or whatever," and there are people that say, "Yeah, this makes so much sense. This resonates with me. This, that, or that. I have to follow it. This is my new life work, my new life goal and whatnot." That's how the Lord operates. The Lord puts it in people's spirits, as we read in 1 John 4, verse 1. All right, how everyone is, or you try the Spirit, okay, and the Spirit basically resonates where it's like, okay, yeah, this has always been what I've been about. All right, I've always been this thing because that's what the Lord made me out to be. And even then, with the when it comes to this truth, you know, when the Israelites here, whether they look like a so-called Black Hispanic or Native American, or even looking like a so-called Edomite or a Moabite or whatever, all right, at the end of the day, they are still gonna have some sort of resonance with this truth. All right, so that's why there's gonna be people that's gonna be like, that are gonna be more inclined to be like, oh yeah, call Allah and YAHAWAH and be able to say it, because even then I've noticed, I've seen how like certain people, they just can't say, or they just don't want to use the name, all right? Or people hate the name, the true name of Yahawadah and His. Okay, we live in the age of information, and you know, people say, oh yeah, I don't know, or no one knows this, that, or third, or not. All right, rather than being able to do the work to study, find out on yourself, verify the sources and whatnot. All right, hence the conclusion where we're at of we know the name, okay, and we call it out, in desperation, whatever you want to call it, great sorrow. We plead to Yahawadah, which Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, and Yahawashi being the name of His Son. All right, some people say these other names where you're not supposed to even have the name. How are you going to call on the names of Yahweh or Yahawashi if you're saying a completely different name, or you're saying a wrong name? All right, you think that the Lord is going to listen to you? And so hold on, the name does matter, by the way. That's the thing that people be trying to preach against. That's the people be trying to preach against. People keep on saying that, oh, you can call him whatever you want. You can call him attack fighter helicopter or whatever and stuff like that. Well, look at how it doesn't make sense to say that, because how are you going to say the name doesn't matter when, what if you call him Satan? Are you gonna say, oh yeah, I can call him whatever I want, and then you're gonna call the name Satan? Like that's how important the name, knowing the name is. All right, because even then, when you pray, if you're praying and you're calling someone else's name, why would the Lord acknowledge that? All right. Well, why would the Lord acknowledge you using a name that is not His? Okay. You're praying to John instead of saying the actual name. You say, I pray to John or whatever and stuff like that. It's ridiculous. And you can't go along with it. You can't just accept it. You have to actually get the proper name. All right? So yeah, I pray this lesson was edifying. You know, I know I jumped around, but you know, Yahawadah, the point got across. The points got across. I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Prophet Dash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone above the ball of Shalom.